School chidlren were heard loudly chanting "He's our king" in a bid to drown out anti-royal protesters during the king's Liverpool visit. Hundreds lined the streets of Liverpool's city centre as the King and Queen Camilla arrived to officially mark the library's twinning with Ukraine's first public library, the Regional Scientific Library in Odesa. The royal couple met key partners involved in both a two-week cultural festival that will run alongside the Eurovision contest and Eurolearn, a Eurovision-inspired education program for primary and secondary pupils. But while many were happy to greet the royal couple ahead of the king's coronation on May 6, anti-royalist activists also gathered to protest against a monarchy. They were heard chanting "Not my king" as Charles and Camilla walked past members of the public. Anti-monarchy group Republic tweeted a video of the protest, saying, "We are here because we want to live in a democracy that is actually true to the word democracy." He said it was outrageous that we still have an unelected head of state in 2023. Adding, "It is a signal that we have sheer inequality in this country and we need to make our voices known." However, in a separate video, children waving flags and dressed in red school uniforms were heard loudly chanting, "He's our king." During the visit, the king also met the UK's Eurovision contestant May Muller, who will be singing "I Wrote a Song." King Charles told her, "Good luck, we'll be watching with great interest, egging you on." May said, "Thank you. No pressure. No null points this year," to which Camilla agreed. "No null points." Blue Peter presenters Joel Moyni, Abby Cook and Waxy Mudenda then awarded Charles and Camilla with their very own gold Blue Peter badges in honor of the coronation. A crowd gathered outside the arena in the hope of catching a glimpse of the King and Camilla as they headed on to Liverpool Central Library. Members of the crowd were heard shouting "Hi" and "Welcome" as their majesties turned to wave at them. One woman shouted, "Charlie, our king." Primary school children also traveled to the city centre and waved flags as the King and Camilla arrived. After shaking the hands of the king, one woman said she was not washing her hand after today. King Charles and Camilla were also greeted by brass band Eurobrass with Resonate Liverpool Music Hub and Liverpool's 100 Voices Choir, a choir of young people from local secondary schools. Anti-monarchy protesters were also on William Brown Street and chanted "Not our king" to meet their majesty's arrival. After arriving, the monarchs were welcomed into the Central Library and met with a poetry recital of Poem for Eurovision by renowned poet Levi Tafari, written with the help of secondary pupils from several of Liverpool's schools of sanctuary. The King and Queen consort then had a tour of the library space, including watching players from Liverpool Chess Club play on a giant chessboard, which was used during Eurofest for live-streamed competitions with players in Odesa. Their majesties then met members of the Ukrainian community in Liverpool and their host families. At an event to mark the twinning of Liverpool's Central Library with the Odesa National Scientific Library in Ukraine, King Charles spoke of the truly terrifying situation in Ukraine. He said, "Our hearts go out to all those who I know have been so affected, and also at how much has been lost in this terrible disaster." The king also said it was a particular delight for him and his wife to be here in Liverpool. In a historic moment, the King and Camilla pulled a Ukrainian flag to reveal a plaque to mark the twinning of Liverpool Central Library and the Regional Scientific Library in Odesa, Ukraine.